anyway, so looks like James Gunn, he's like until now still getting a lot of heat from everywhere for firing Henry Cavill. Of course, he's finally coming out and he's saying this, like he did not fire Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill was never hired. And when I see this headline, I'm here thinking like, isn't that interesting? Because I feel like end of the day, Henry Cavill, he was hired as a Superman because he gave this statement because the last Warner Brothers studio did told him to go ahead and release this statement. That is the reason he said, I'm back as a Superman. Of course, after he announced that on his Instagram, then after 2 weeks or so, James Gunn, he took over the DC, then he basically fired him, like right the way he fired Henry Cavill, which was really the way he did that. It was really very cold and heartbreaking for audience everywhere. Obviously, people got really mad over that. I see everywhere. People are not mad about anything. Like you're letting go of that, letting go of this. Nobody cares about anything. But I see everywhere. People just care about Henry Cavill. People just wanted to see him in one good Superman movie. That is what fan wanted. Of course, Warner Brothers, they never listened to fan. That's not something Warner Brothers they're known for. They do not care about fan. They do whatever they feel like. That is why they are not that much successful, I suppose. That being said, of course, when the interviewer asked him like, why did you fire him? And he said that it's really important to stress that I never. So he said that all I can tell you right now really is Henry and Ben are not part of this universe. Also important to say that Henry Cavill was not fired. Henry was just not hired to be a Superman in the Superman movie. There was never a deal there for another movie. So basically he's saying that, he didn't have a contract, but verbally, I guess they did told him to, go ahead and announce that. In a way, he did have a contract because then again, Warner Brothers is different thing. Yeah, of course, for him to get fired at this point, it is pretty obvious because of his involvement with Dwayne Johnson and his company. Because, if you don't know, Dwayne Johnson, he tried to take over DCU. He tried to build DC Universe based on this side character named Black Adam. Like, how do you build DC based on this, who is only Nemesis in Shazam movie? Is not a huge character or nothing, obviously. You can tell by the box office. But that being said, of course, he tried to build DC Universe based on that character and his involvement with Henry Cavill. And also, I guess some people, the old regime, that did not like Henry Cavill. That is what he also said in this interview. And I'm like, Obviously, James Gunn, he's still under a lot of pressure for firing him as a executive and Warner Brothers. I mean, there wasn't, I guess, guarantee if they did hire him in new Superman movie. Could that movie made $1 billion? It could have if it was good Superman movie. And sounds like he's writing new movie and is gonna be called Superman Legacy. And that movie, I don't know how good that will be, but it would have been really good if he kept Henry Cavill, who is the reason for him to let him go is because he's 4 years old and his new Superman is supposed to be 30 something. Further, I think he could have wiggle around the character if he wanted. Obviously, he doesn't want to work with Dwayne Johnson's company, that's the biggest reason, I think. That is what I think personally. Of course, I might be wrong. That being said, yeah, now that he's under all this pressure, of course, every interviewer asking him always same thing, why did you let go him? Because still people are so upset about. Obviously, recently Henry Cavill, who lost the Witcher role, is really sad. Overall, it's really sad when I think about it. But for him, James Gunn, I guess he's coming under a lot of pressure from people. Like, why did you let go of him? Because it looks like he didn't let go because the end of the day, he's not doing completely reboot of DC. He's keeping all the other character. He just let go of Henry, obviously. Which is sad. That is really sad. That is why I think people lost their interest. I think 50% people are not that interested in new DC anyway. The brand is going down day by day. Of course, you can tell by the stock. But I think it's really weird that he's saying this, but of course, you know, he need to save his own face. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about his comment. If you enjoyed about this video, don't forget my other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe until I see you next time. Please take care.